Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe for more educational English videos like this one. Asterisk a simple day in Maria's life. Maria is a young woman. She is 23 years old. She lives in a small apartment in a quiet neighborhood. Her apartment is not very big, but it is clean and comfortable. There is a small kitchen, a living room, a bedroom, and a bathroom. Every day, Maria wakes up at 7 o'clock in the morning. She does not like waking up early, but she has to go to work. When her alarm rings, she opens her eyes slowly. Sometimes she feels tired, and sometimes she feels okay. First, she gets out of bed and goes to the bathroom. She washes her face and brushes her teeth. Then she goes to the kitchen. She usually has a simple breakfast. She drinks coffee and eats bread with cheese. Sometimes she also eats an egg. After breakfast, Maria gets dressed. She chooses her clothes carefully. She likes wearing comfortable clothes, especially when she goes to work. At 8 o'clock, she leaves her apartment and walks to the bus stop. Maria takes the bus every day. The bus is often full, especially in the morning. She usually stands because there are not many empty seats. On the bus, she sometimes listens to music. Other times, she just looks out of the window and thinks. Maria works in a small office. She is an assistant. Her job is not very difficult, but it is sometimes boring. She answers emails, organizes files, and talks to customers on the phone. She starts work at 9 o'clock and finishes at 5:00. At 12:30, Maria has lunch. She usually eats with her co-worker, Anna. Anna is very friendly and talkative. They often talk about their weekend, their families, and their plans. Maria enjoys these conversations because they make her feel relaxed. After lunch, Maria goes back to work. The afternoon is usually slower than the morning. Sometimes she feels sleepy, especially around 3 o'clock. When she feels tired, she drinks another cup of coffee. At 5 o'clock, Maria finishes work and leaves the office. She feels happy because the workday is over. She takes the bus again and goes home. The bus is still busy, but not as crowded as in the morning. When Maria arrives home, she takes off her shoes and sits on the sofa for a few minutes. She likes to rest after work. Then she goes to the kitchen and prepares dinner. She does not cook very complicated meals. She usually makes pasta, rice, or a simple salad. After dinner, Maria cleans the kitchen. She washes the dishes and puts everything in order. She does not like a messy house. She feels better when everything is clean. In the evening, Maria likes to relax. Sometimes she watches TV, sometimes she reads a book. She also likes using her phone to talk to her friends. They send messages and share funny videos. 2 or 3 times a week, Maria goes for a walk in the park near her house. The park is small but beautiful. There are trees, flowers, and a small lake. Maria enjoys the fresh air and the quiet atmosphere. On weekends, Maria does different things. On Saturday, she often meets her friends. They go to a cafe, drink coffee, and talk for hours. Sometimes they go shopping or watch a movie. On Sunday, Maria usually stays at home. She wakes up later, around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. She has a long breakfast and listens to music. Then she cleans her apartment and does her laundry. In the afternoon, she sometimes visits her parents. They live in another part of the city. Her mother cooks delicious food, and they eat together. Maria loves these family moments. At night, Maria prepares for the next week. She chooses her clothes, checks her schedule, and sets her alarm. She feels a little sad because the weekend is ending, but she also feels ready for a new week. Before going to bed, Maria sometimes thinks about her life. She wants to learn new things and try new activities. She is thinking about taking an English course or joining a gym. At 11 o'clock, Maria goes to bed. She is usually tired, so she falls asleep quickly. And the next day, her routine starts again.
Tom's busy weekend. Tom is a young man. He is 25 years old. He lives in a small city. He works in a supermarket during the week. He is usually very busy from Monday to Friday, so he really likes weekends. On Saturday morning, Tom wakes up at 9 o'clock. He does not use an alarm on weekends. He feels relaxed because he does not go to work. He stays in bed for a few minutes and checks his phone. He reads messages and looks at social media. After that, Tom gets up and goes to the kitchen. He is hungry. He makes a big breakfast. He cooks eggs and makes toast. He also drinks orange juice and coffee. He enjoys his breakfast and eats slowly. After breakfast, Tom cleans his apartment. His apartment is small, but it gets messy during the week. He washes the dishes, cleans the floor, and makes his bed. He listens to music while he cleans. Cleaning is not fun, but music makes it easier. At 11:30, Tom gets ready to go out. He puts on his jacket and leaves the house. He walks to a nearby market. The market is busy and full of people. There are many fruits, vegetables, and fresh food. Tom buys apples, bananas, tomatoes, and bread. He also buys some cheese and milk. He likes cooking at home, so he always buys fresh food. The people at the market are friendly, and sometimes he talks to them. After the market, Tom meets his friend Jack. They meet at a small cafe in the city center. They drink coffee and talk. They talk about work, life, and their plans. Sometimes they laugh a lot. In the afternoon, Tom and Jack go to a park. The weather is nice, and the park is full of people. Some people are walking, some are running, and some are sitting on the grass. Tom and Jack sit on a bench and relax. At 5 o'clock, Tom goes back home. He feels a little tired, but happy. He puts the food in the kitchen and rests for a while. Then he starts cooking dinner. He cooks rice and vegetables. It is simple, but healthy. In the evening, Tom watches a movie. He likes action movies and comedies. Sometimes he watches alone, and sometimes he watches with friends online. He eats some snacks and drinks tea. At 11:30, Tom goes to bed. He feels good because he had a nice day. On Sunday, Tom wakes up later, around 10 o'clock. He feels a little lazy. He stays in bed and listens to music. Then he gets up and makes a simple breakfast. He eats cereal and drinks milk. After breakfast, Tom decides to go for a walk. He likes walking on Sunday mornings. The streets are quiet, and the air is fresh. He walks slowly and enjoys the silence. At 12:00, Tom visits his sister. She lives not very far from him. She is happy to see him. They drink tea together and talk about family. His sister has a small dog, and Tom plays with the dog. The dog is very cute and friendly. In the afternoon, Tom helps his sister. They cook lunch together. They make pasta and salad. Cooking together is fun for them. They talk and laugh while cooking. After lunch, Tom watches TV with his sister. They watch a simple program and relax. Then Tom says goodbye and goes home. In the evening, Tom prepares for the new week. He checks his work schedule. He prepares his clothes. He also makes a small plan for the week. At night, Tom feels a little sad because the weekend is over. But he also feels ready for Monday. He goes to bed at 11 o'clock and sleeps quickly. Tom's weekend is not very exciting, but it is simple and happy. He enjoys small things, and that makes him feel good.
A day at the beach. It is summer. The weather is very warm and sunny. Lisa is very happy because she loves summer. She does not work today. It is Sunday, and she wants to go to the beach. Lisa wakes up at 8:30 in the morning. She feels excited. She gets out of bed quickly and opens the window. The sun is shining and the sky is blue. She smiles and says, "Today is a beautiful day." First, Lisa goes to the kitchen. She is a little hungry. She makes a simple breakfast. She eats bread with jam and drinks tea. She does not eat too much because she wants to swim later. After breakfast, Lisa prepares her bag. She puts many things in her bag: a towel, sunscreen, sunglasses, a book, and a bottle of water. She also takes some fruit, like apples and oranges. At 9:30, Lisa leaves her house. She meets her friend Sarah at the bus stop. Sarah is also very happy. They say hello and talk about the day. The bus arrives and they get on. The bus is a little crowded, but Lisa and Sarah find seats. They sit near the window. They look outside and talk. They see trees, houses, and people. The trip takes about 40 minutes. Finally, they arrive at the beach. The beach is beautiful. The sea is blue, and the sand is clean. There are many people. Some people are swimming, some are playing games, and some are lying in the sun. Lisa and Sarah find a nice place on the sand. They put their towels down and sit. First, Lisa puts on sunscreen. She does not want to get sunburned. Then she takes off her shoes and walks on the sand. The sand is warm. After a few minutes, Lisa and Sarah go into the sea. The water is a little cold at first, but then it feels nice. They swim, laugh, and have fun. They stay in the water for a long time. At 12:30, they get out of the water. They feel hungry. They sit on their towels and eat fruit. Lisa eats an apple, and Sarah eats an orange. They also drink water. After eating, Lisa takes her book and starts reading. She likes reading at the beach because it is quiet and relaxing. Sarah listens to music and closes her eyes. At 2 o'clock, they decide to walk along the beach. They see many things: children building sandcastles, people playing volleyball, and couples walking together. They take some photos and laugh. Later, they buy ice cream from a small shop near the beach. Lisa chooses chocolate ice cream, and Sarah chooses vanilla. The ice cream is cold and delicious. In the afternoon, they sit again and talk about their lives. They talk about work, friends, and dreams. Lisa says she wants to travel more. Sarah says she wants to learn a new language. At 5 o'clock, they decide to go home. They feel a little tired but very happy. They pack their bags and walk to the bus stop. On the bus, Lisa looks out of the window. The sun is going down, and the sky is orange and pink. It is very beautiful. She feels calm and relaxed. They arrive in the city at 6 o'clock. Lisa says goodbye to Sarah and walks home. When she gets home, she takes a shower. The water feels good after a long day at the beach. In the evening, Lisa eats a light dinner. She is still a little tired. She sits on the sofa and watches TV for a short time. Before going to bed, Lisa thinks about her day. She feels happy. It was a simple day, but it was full of nice moments. At 11 o'clock, Lisa goes to bed. She closes her eyes and smiles. It was a perfect summer day.
A day at the shopping mall. Today is Saturday. Kevin does not work today. He feels happy because he is free. He wants to go to the shopping mall. Kevin wakes up at 9 o'clock in the morning. He stays in bed for a few minutes. Then he gets up and goes to the bathroom. He washes his face and brushes his teeth. After that, Kevin goes to the kitchen. He makes breakfast. He eats bread with butter and drinks tea. He also eats a banana. He likes simple breakfasts. At 10 o'clock, Kevin gets dressed. He wears jeans, a t-shirt, and a jacket. He looks in the mirror and smiles. He feels ready. Kevin leaves his house at 10:30. He walks to the bus stop. The weather is nice. It is not too hot and not too cold. The bus comes after 10 minutes. Kevin gets on the bus. It is a little busy, but he finds a seat. He sits and looks out of the window. After 20 minutes, Kevin arrives at the shopping mall. The mall is very big and very busy. There are many shops, restaurants, and people. First, Kevin goes to a clothing store. He wants to buy a new shirt. He looks at many shirts. Some are blue, some are white, and some are black. He tries on 2 shirts. One is too big, and one is just right. He buys the second shirt. Next, Kevin goes to a shoe store. He needs new shoes. His old shoes are very old. He tries on some shoes. Some are too small, and some are not comfortable. Finally, he finds a pair he likes. They are comfortable and look good. He buys them. After shopping, Kevin feels a little tired. He decides to sit down. He goes to a cafe in the mall. He orders a coffee and a sandwich. He sits at a table and relaxes. While he is eating, he watches people. Some people are shopping, some are eating, and some are talking. There are families, friends, and children. The mall is full of life. At 1:30, Kevin finishes his food. He checks his phone. He has a message from his friend Mark. Mark is also at the mall. Kevin is surprised and happy. Kevin meets Mark near a bookstore. They say hello and smile. They decide to walk together. They go into the bookstore and look at books. Kevin likes reading, so he buys a small book. After that, they go to an electronics store. Mark wants to look at phones. They look at different phones and talk about them. Kevin does not buy anything, but he enjoys looking. At 3 o'clock, Kevin and Mark go to the cinema in the mall. They buy tickets for a movie. The movie starts at 3:30. They also buy popcorn and drinks. The movie is interesting and funny. They laugh a lot. After the movie, they talk about it. They both like it very much. At 5:30, Kevin says goodbye to Mark. He feels a little tired, but very happy. He goes to the bus stop and waits for the bus. On the bus, Kevin thinks about his day. He bought new clothes, met his friend, and watched a movie. It was a good day. Kevin arrives home at 6:30. He takes off his shoes and puts his new things on the table. He looks at them and smiles. In the evening, Kevin eats a light dinner. He watches TV for a while and then checks his phone again. At 11 o'clock, Kevin goes to bed. He is tired but happy. It was a simple day, but it was a nice day.